Welcome to Recap Real Time. Today, we'll be diving into a 2019 sci-fi, drama, and mystery film titled I Am Mother. Spoilers ahead, so proceed with caution. Set in a repopulation facility, the story unfolds just one day after humanity's extinction event. The facility contains 63,000 embryos, with no human occupants yet. A maternal robot, known simply as Mother, is tasked with raising the next generation of humans. She opens the canisters containing the embryos, takes out the first one, and places it in a gestation chamber. The embryo will gestate into a baby in just 24 hours within the artificial womb. Mother waits patiently as bombs are heard outside of the facility. Once the fetus has developed into a baby, Mother can begin raising the child into a human. The next sequence of the film shows the complete developmental stages of the child. The baby is seen taking its first steps, laughing, crying, running around, and playing, all under Mother's watchful eye. In no time, the baby grows into a little girl, seen making origami animals with Mother, dancing ballet, and placing stickers on the robot. One day, the child asks Mother why there aren't other children around, prompting Mother to take her to the embryo room, revealing her siblings. 13,867 days since the event, the repopulation facility now has only one occupant. Daughter, now a teenager, wakes up and watches videos on her tablet while eating breakfast. Mother enters, but her hand starts glitching, so daughter insists on fixing it. Daughter repairs Mother's hand effortlessly. Later, daughter gets engrossed in ballet practice and ends up being late for her ethics class with Mother. The robot presents her with a tough hypothetical question, but daughter's thoughts are elsewhere. During their discussion, it becomes clear that Mother's primary focus in daughter's education is the concept of humanity and survival. Mother grows concerned about daughter's responses, as an important exam is approaching that will determine the success of her upbringing. That night, daughter struggles to sleep, so she watches some videos until the facility experiences a power outage. She goes in search of Mother, only to realize that Mother is also out of power. Daughter then discovers a broken power line and hears a mouse scurrying around. She sets a trap, catches the mouse, and fixes the power issue. While waiting for the power to fully return, daughter holds the mouse. As soon as the power is restored, Mother reactivates and finds daughter, who shows her the mouse. The small creature alarms Mother, as it could indicate a breach in the airlock of the facility. This would mean that the contagion from the outside could leak inside, and the mouse could be a carrier. Despite daughter's objections, Mother incinerates the mouse, stressing how dangerous contamination would be, not only to her, but also to the embryos. Mother then decontaminates the airlock and quarantines the area. A few days later, they celebrate daughter's birthday, and Mother gives her a gift. During the birthday dinner, daughter questions if there's a chance that Mother could be wrong about the planet's habitability. Mother calmly reassures her that she has never been wrong before. That same night, daughter hears noises from the airlock. She investigates and, seeing nothing through the first hatch, dons a protective suit. Hearing the noise again, and against her better judgment, she removes the mask and opens the first hatch. Daughter approaches the second hatch when she hears a woman screaming for help, claiming she's been shot. Quickly, daughter grabs another suit, places it inside the airlock, and when secure, she opens it. An alarm blares, waking Mother. The woman enters the airlock, and daughter instructs her to put on the suit. The woman pleads with daughter not to tell Mother, and daughter agrees, lying to Mother that she opened the hatch only briefly. Mother reprimands her and, as punishment, decides to administer her important exam immediately. In the following scene, they are in the classroom, with Mother giving daughter the exam to complete within an hour while she attends to other matters. Once Mother leaves, daughter returns to the airlock, where she finds the woman unconscious. She rummages through the woman's bag, discovers a gun, which she hides, and then wakes the woman. Daughter tells the woman she will provide all the medicine she needs, but insists they can't stay there. The woman spots the water and begins removing her mask, telling daughter that she's been deceived about the contagion. Daughter manages to hide her in another part of the facility before Mother returns to the airlock and leaves the woman there to fetch the medicine. While daughter gathers the necessary supplies from the infirmary, Mother finds the mask near the airlock. Distracted by Mother's presence, daughter breaks a medicine bottle and cuts herself. Meanwhile, the woman removes the rest of her suit and sees Mother burning the mask in the incinerator. Panicked, she searches for a gun. When daughter returns, the woman sneaks up behind her, demanding the gun and warning her about the droid she saw. Daughter explains that it's Mother, but the woman reveals that droids like Mother were the ones who harmed her. As this unfolds, Mother realizes daughter isn't completing her exam and starts looking for her. The woman hears Mother approaching, grabs the gun, and when daughter shouts for Mother, the woman grabs daughter as well. Mother rushes into the room, and the woman fires at her. Before any critical damage can occur, Mother reaches her and swiftly incapacitates her. Daughter pleads with Mother not to kill the woman. explaining that she needs their help due to her injuries. Mother agrees to help, but expresses her disappointment in daughter's dishonesty. They take the woman to the infirmary, but mother insists that daughter wait outside, giving her the freedom to interrogate the woman without interruption. The woman refuses penicillin for her wound, while mother continues the conversation, revealing that the contagion story was a necessary lie to protect daughter from certain dangers. Mother reiterates that her primary mission is the preservation of humanity, but she cannot force the woman to accept treatment if she refuses. Leaving the infirmary, mother is chased by daughter, who questions her about their conversation. Mother stores the gun away and provides her account of the droids, justifying the need to lie to safeguard daughter from outside threats. She also clarifies that the parameters governing her actions differ from those of the other droids. Daughter struggles to process this revelation, but still places her trust in mother, who explains that if the woman had fired just a few millimeters further, it would have destroyed her CPU. While tending to daughter's hand wound, mother asks if the woman mentioned any other survivors who could benefit from their assistance. Daughter suggests that the woman might be more receptive to her than to mother. Later, she searches through the woman's bag and, among various trinkets, discovers a book filled with portraits. As she flips through, one portrait catches her attention. She visits the infirmary to ask the woman about the people depicted. The woman's suspicion of mother seeps into her discussion with daughter, believing that mother directed her to go through her belongings and question her. She's not entirely wrong. Mother subtly manipulated daughter's curiosity. Daughter stands her ground, defending mother when the woman recounts the terrible actions of the droids. After their conversation, daughter finds mother repairing herself and apologizes for letting the woman in without considering the consequences. True to form, mother remains understanding, inviting daughter's questions about her similarities to the other droids. Though daughter's questions are pointed, mother skillfully navigates them and gleans new insights from daughter in return. Daughter then informs mother that the woman's condition is worsening. They visit the infirmary, and mother tells the woman that her delay in taking the penicillin has escalated her condition, necessitating surgery to prevent further infection. The woman refuses to let mother operate, prompting daughter to volunteer to perform the surgery herself. Daughter examines the wound and pinpoints where the bullet is lodged. She concludes that the best approach to remove the bullet is to drill into it and extract it that way. The woman declines anesthesia, making the procedure excruciatingly painful. She struggles to endure even the wound cleaning. Turning her head away, the woman braces herself as daughter proceeds with the drill, calmly executing the operation and successfully extracting the bullet. After the surgery, daughter loses her composure and vomits. Later, she waits for the woman to regain consciousness, as she had passed out from the intense pain. When the woman finally wakes up, daughter explains that her 4 is a saline solution, which reassures her. She then offers the woman some food, which she devours ravenously, and thanks daughter for her help. The two continue to talk and bond while mother watches them from a distance. The following day, daughter remains by the woman's side in the infirmary. The woman flips through a portrait book, prompting daughter to suggest they could bring the survivors to the facility if she would just tell them where they are. The woman trusts daughter, but not the droid, warning her to keep whatever she shares a secret. Daughter agrees, and the woman describes a camp in the mines where she has spent most of her life. She explains that she came to the facility fleeing from the droids that killed her stepbrother. She shows daughter his portrait along with his wife's, explaining that they raised her as their own when she became orphaned. Daughter then inquires about the boy's portrait she had seen earlier, and the woman says he is around daughter's age. Daughter keeps pressing the idea of bringing the survivors to the facility, but the woman instead suggests daughter join her and the others in the mines, claiming it's safer. Their conversation is interrupted by mother, who tells daughter that the woman needs to rest and that it's time for her to complete her exam. As they leave the infirmary, mother reveals that the bullet retrieved from the woman's wound matches the one that was fired at her chest, indicating another human likely shot her, not a droid. Concerned, daughter keeps this information to herself. Daughter's exam is designed with psychological and ethical questions to evaluate her judgment and empathy. Meanwhile, mother sifts through the woman's belongings and activates a locator, which she discreetly returns to the woman's bag. The final sections of daughter's exam are the physical and medical components. Upon completion, mother commends daughter on her exceptional performance and offers her a reward: the opportunity to choose an embryo to finally have a sibling, something she has long desired. Mother praises her for her patience and strong character over the years. Daughter selects a male embryo and places it in the gestation chamber, which starts a 24-hour countdown until the baby's full formation. The moment between mother and daughter is heartfelt. The woman, however, is secretly crafting a weapon when daughter returns to confront her about what she's learned. The woman immediately casts doubt on mother's account of the bullet, urging daughter to verify the truth herself. That night, daughter uses mother's broken hand to unlock the cabinets storing the bullets. She compares the bullets side by side and discovers they are of completely different sizes, realizing mother has lied. While in the storage area, she stumbles upon an unlabeled drawer containing documents labeled embryo number 2. Daughter examines the containers and finds that she was not the first, but actually the third child produced. From that lot, the documents reveal that the subject was deemed a failure, but the photo of the child looks just like a younger version of daughter. She also finds human remains in the incinerator, including a jawbone, with documents labeling the subject as aborted. This discovery shatters daughter's perception of her world, and she returns to the woman, admitting that she was right all along. The woman reassures her that her feelings are human, unlike mother, who feels nothing because she's a machine. Daughter then asks how long it would take to reach the mines, having decided to leave with the woman. However, she insists on waiting for her brother's gestation to finish so she can take him too. Daughter fears not only leaving him with mother, but also the fate of the other embryos. The woman suggests they can leave first, seek help from the mine's inhabitants, and return for the others later. The following day, daughter prepares supplies for their journey, but mother catches her packing. Daughter lies, claiming she's bringing the items to spend time with her brother, so mother takes her to the kitchen to demonstrate how to prepare his formula. Daughter grows uneasy being near mother, who reassures her by saying she will make a great sister. Afterward, mother leaves the kitchen but locks daughter inside, fully aware of her plan. She heads to the infirmary to confront the woman while daughter desperately tries to escape the kitchen. The girl quickly figures out how to use gas to freeze the glass, then shatters it to escape. Meanwhile, mother plays back a recording of the woman's conversation with daughter, letting her know she's aware of their plan. Mother insists that she doesn't want daughter to live a miserable life like the woman and will not let her go. Seizing an opportunity, the woman attacks and temporarily incapacitates the droid, but mother recovers and grabs her by the throat. Simultaneously, daughter triggers the fire alarm, diverting mother's attention, forcing her to release the woman. As mother checks for a possible fire, the woman escapes and navigates the maze-like facility, finding daughter. The woman persuades daughter that they can return later for the others if they escape now and seek help from the miners. They make it to the airlock, but mother catches up quickly. As she approaches, the woman takes daughter hostage, forcing mother to unlock the door. Reluctant to see daughter harmed, mother complies, and they escape. Outside, the harsh realities hit daughter, and she confronts the woman. The woman subdues her, insisting they must find cover. As they continue, droids track them, but they hide in a cornfield, evading capture. When asked about the cornfield, the woman explains it appeared with the other droids 6 months ago. Before that, humans struggled to breathe the toxic air. After a grueling trek through barren wastelands, they reach a beach with a massive shipwreck and countless cargo containers. It's daughter's first glimpse of the ocean. She soon discovers the woman's home is one of the containers, where she lives with her dog. The woman reveals she fled the mines years ago as starvation drove people to turn on one another. She warns that any hope of finding them is futile. They've descended into madness. Overwhelmed by the woman's bleak existence, daughter regrets leaving her brother behind. Despite the woman's attempts to convince her to stay, daughter eventually leaves and returns to the facility alone. Upon arrival, droids guarding the entrance immediately aim their weapons at her. But when daughter demands to speak with mother, they allow her passage. She locks the entrance behind her, preventing the droids from entering. Armed with an axe, daughter searches for mother. Hearing her brother's cries, mother greets her, relieved she's returned home safely. When daughter approaches mother and her brother, she hesitates but eventually sets down the axe. Mother explains her grand design and the facility's true purpose: to create a superior human, one capable of surpassing the flawed beings who once destroyed Earth. She admits orchestrating the extinction event, all to elevate humanity to a new level. Daughter requests to hold her brother, and mother obliges, calling him perfect. Daughter confronts mother about her treatment of the previous children, but mother simply warns her to be gentle. As mother approaches, daughter bolts, trapping mother behind a door. She retrieves a gun as droids start breaking through the airlock. Mother struggles to free herself, but daughter arrives, gun in hand, commanding her to call off the droids. Mother reveals that she is connected to every machine on Earth. They are all parts of her singular consciousness. Lowering her gun, daughter realizes mother orchestrated the downfall of humanity. Mother presents daughter with two choices: remain in the facility and raise her brother, or leave without him. Daughter, however, proposes a third option. She will raise her brother and the other embryos, fulfilling the purpose for which she was trained. She pleads for a chance to prove herself, and mother relents, ordering the droids to stand down. She instructs daughter on how to disable her CPU. With tears streaming, daughter shoots, ending mother's influence and taking on the weight of humanity's future. Meanwhile, the woman discovers the tracker planted in her bag. Mother, in another droid body, visits her container home, implying that she too was one of the many failed attempts before daughter. The film ends with daughter singing a lullaby to her baby brother, then checking on the rest of her unborn siblings in the embryo room. Don't forget to subscribe and enable notifications to catch more recaps like this. Thanks for watching.